All right, welcome back to the channel. And in this video, we're gonna talk about why you should ditch your Uber business card, any physical business card for a digital card and a website. Now, if you wanna make more money, which I'm sure you do, that's why you're subscribed to this channel, this is the video you wanna watch from beginning to end, because I'm gonna break you down with some jewels on how I operate. So before I even get into the stuff that's on my Evernote, which I have it all written out here, super good information, let me show you first to let you know nothing wrong with having business cards. Okay, there's a time and place to give an actual business card to someone. So I'm actually going to come around to the camera to show you, though I don't do physical business cards, I do digital ones. So let me show you what a digital business card is. Okay, so as I come around, let me first of all focus this. So there you go, you can see that is my digital card. Okay, this is my Power Publish digital card. Now I know that probably, let me make sure I'm in focus here. That probably didn't focus that well, but oh, I'm all on the microphone. There's a microphone up here, guys. All right, so that probably didn't focus well, but let me tell you why I have a digital card. Okay, number one, think about the last time that you got a physical business card. Okay, you probably tucked it in the wallet, ladies tucked it in your purse or your clutch and forgot about it, right? Or you chucked it away and threw it in the trash as soon as the person wasn't looking, right? Or maybe you put it in your pocket and forgot about it and you washed it and it became trash. That doesn't happen with digital cards. People keep pictures on their phone for years. So when you send someone a digital card, it's in their contact information or in their images for years, or in the thread that you have in a conversation through text message or whatnot. It just moves a lot better. Plus you can move it around on the internet a lot quicker and faster. So let me just give you why you need to have this. When you have a business card, it is the main purpose of having that is to drive traffic to a website, because a website is where you can control the content, control the narrative, and control what you're trying to do, which is to sell a product or a service to make some money. All right, so let me show you how you can actually do this right now. So I'm going to give you the 5 reasons you need to get rid of your physical business card and go with a digital one and trade that for having a website. All right, so now number 1 is static content versus dynamic content. Here we go. Understand this, that when I say static content, your contact information on your card is static. It never changes. Whatever you put on that card is there forever. And anytime you want to change it, it's going to cost you money. Well, that doesn't happen with website. Changes are free. You could go in and you can change anything that you want to do on it 24 hours, 7 days a week. You could just go change the information. It won't cost you a dime. And that's important, because if you move, or if you, in my case, I'm building my dream home, so my address is going to change. Later on, once I get to millionaire status, which I will be a millionaire one day, I'm probably going to change my phone number. And if I had a static card, then I'll have to go spend some money to change that. That doesn't have to happen on a digital card. I can change it for free just like that. The other reason is, here talking about static and dynamic, is with physical cards, you're limited to 100 or 1,000 cards. Some of you are daredevils and you go and do 2,500, which is outrageous. But if you paid money to get 100 or 1,000 business cards, you're limited to that. And getting rid of those cards, let's just think about it. If you passed out 100 cards today, right? You probably were at a seminar, or webinar, or not a webinar because that's online, but you're probably at a physical seminar or conference to do that. But how are you going to get rid of 100 cards the next day, or the 3rd day, or the 4th day? You can never sustain that walking around giving out those cards. It's ridiculous. But with a website, you can actually generate 100 to 10,000 visitors per day on automatic pilot, all day long. And you don't have to do any physical walking around to make that happen. That is insane. So automatically you can get your information that you want out across the web, the World Wide Web, and you're not limited to 1,000 or 100. You can do 100 or 10,000 a day, and you won't have to walk around and do that. The next thing is, there's no room for error when you have a physical business card. You have to make sure that everything is spelled correctly. Anytime you misspell something or there's a typo or something like that, not only is it going to cost you money to get it reprinted, but it will make you look incompetent as a business owner, and that is the worst thing ever. With a website, if there's any errors, you can go in and you can get that updated and changed just like that. The next thing I want to talk to you about is when you have a physical card, you can't host any videos or music or images, no pictures, right? You hand somebody a business card, whatever picture that you have on there, that's it. But guys, if you grew a beard or whatever, and you like the beard better than when you didn't have a beard, you got to go pay money to get that image changed if you got it on your card. Ladies, if your hair got longer or you curled it or you cut it off short or whatever the case may be, you want to have a different suit on, whatever. You have to spend money to get that changed because it's a static piece of content. On your website, you could change your picture every single day. But not only that, you can host videos, you can host music. And in addition to that, we're having a digital card that can be embedded on your phone. You can send that and make links clickable and do all kind of stuff and get real fancy with it, especially with these smartphones today. Okay. The next thing is no comments. There is a comment when you give someone your card in person. They can comment and say, "Oh, nice card," or "nice colors," or whatever the case may be. But on your website, you literally have comments up under any blog post that you do, which means that you can engage with the people to find out what they really like about your content or what they really like about your business or your service or your product. It is super, super important. The next thing here is you can't collect any email addresses when you hand out a physical card unless you ask for it. And it becomes a little bit weird when you hand somebody a business card and you say, you turn around and say, "Oh, well, can I get yours?" Or, "Hey, what's your information?" Or, "What's your email?" Or whatever. You can't do that to 100 people a day. But with a website, you can do that on automatic pilot. You can actually send someone, you can have what they call an exit pop or an internal pop. You can have something at the footer. You can have an opt-in on the side inside of a widget, but you can have people opting in, giving you their email address in exchange for a piece of information. Maybe you have a cheat sheet or something like that, or 10 ways or best ways to do this or whatever the case may be. But people will opt into your email and you can have get in contact with them, and having an email list will make you tens of thousands of dollars a year. I do it all the time, but you can't do that with a physical card. All of that was up under number one, which is static content versus dynamic content. Being online and being digital is dynamic. It can change every single day. It can change every 30 minutes if you wanted to, versus being static and not being able to change. Once it's printed, it's done. Number two, brand awareness. Okay. Brand awareness is big. Websites are more professional. We live in an age to where when you meet someone and you're talking to them about your product or your service, or you're talking to them about you, they're going to ask you, what is your social handle? What is your Instagram? Where are you at on Facebook? Where are you at? You can have all that information on your website. It's more professional for you to present yourself with that site. If you don't have one, you just don't look as professional when you just hand someone a business card. And then when you do hand someone a business card, they may not want to even talk to you, meaning call you up on the phone or text you. They're probably going to go to your social media channels, or they're going to be looking for a website. So you might as well just have a website available for them. Send them your digital card anyway. And I'm going to give you a bonus about how I do my digital card that allows me to get their phone number. Okay. Again, this is a perfect segue here. If you're watching this video, if you don't know how to make a website, there's going to be a link in the description. It shows you how to create an Uber website. Okay, it's literally step by step. All right. The next thing is, can you share more information on your card or on your website? Obviously, you can share more on your website. You can actually have an about page, which can have a picture of your dog, or picture of you skiing, or pictures of you, a timeline of how you actually started your business, or how the progress of where you started when you were broke and how you were now where you're making $10,000 a month, like myself or whatever. Okay, you can do that when you have a website. You can have an about page to give people more information, in-depth information about you. You only got a certain amount of information you can give them when you hand them a physical card. Okay. You can have a frequently asked questions section on your site, which means most of the time when you're handing out a card for business or something like that, people have immediate questions. You know what the questions are going to be. How long you been doing this? Or what's the best time to call you? This, that, and the third, or whatever. You can have all that stuff on a frequently asked question page on your site. Again, there's only so much you can put on a physical business card. Having a contact form is really, really good because sometimes when you hand someone a business card, maybe you can have on there, call me between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. or this, that, and third. But some people who actually want to get in contact with you, they might want to reach out and ask you a question right then and right there. And instead of sending you an email, okay, on your car or looking in there to try to see if they can even see what your email address is because it's so teeny tiny and in fine print, guess what? You can send them straight to a contact form, which allows them to not only write as much as they want to write, they can write out a whole paragraph or a whole book if they want to about the issue that they're having. And that's going to be more important to you because the best way to sell a product or service is to know what problem or issue someone is having. If you can solve that problem or that issue, whatever product or service that you're trying to sell, child's play. Okay. And they can do that through contact form. The last thing I want to talk to you about in section 2 here is it can't be seen by corporate sponsors. Trying to get your business card in front of corporate sponsors is probably almost, well, I don't want to say it's impossible. You can do it, but you got to go through gatekeepers, secretaries, assistants. It's ridiculous trying to get your business card to an actual decision maker on someone who wants to sponsor. But when you have a website, they can come to your website, they see how professional it is, they can read content, they can read your about page, they can engage with you, and they can decide if they want to actually do business with you. I can't tell you how many people have reached out to me from going to thesimpledriver.com, looking at my website, getting in contact with me, and us doing deals, sponsorship deals, and those deals turn out to be tens of thousands of dollars a year. I love it. I would never be able to get my business card to the contact person, but they find me because of the content and my presence. That was a bonus right there. Okay. Number 3, and remember, there's only 5 of these. Okay. Number 3 is promotion. All right. Trying to promote yourself with a physical business card is insanely hard, and it requires a lot of dedication to do it. More so, unlike promoting yourself with a website. First of all, a website can go viral. Passing your card out, your physical business card out to someone, they never, ever take the card and then give it to their mom or give it to their dad or give it to their best friend or give it to it never happens. They keep the card, they shove it in a drawer or whatever, or a box or whatever the case may be. But with the website, you can actually create a piece of content that can go viral, which will bring you thousands of visitors, visitors means leads. Leads means you can actually turn that into money by selling a product or a service. Okay. The next thing is, physical cards can't be bookmarked. How many times have you gone to your favorite website and got a piece of information and said, OMG, this information is so good, and you go up to the top of your browser and you bookmark the website so that you can continue to visit the website more and more. Why? Because again, we talked about dynamic versus static. If I look at your business card one time, I saw it, I don't need to see it again, right? There's nothing going to change on it. But on a website, people know that websites are dynamic pieces of content. There's always going to be something being updated and new and stuff like that. So they bookmark the site so they could come back and get additional information and additional content, which builds rapport, which builds authority, which allows you again to make more money. All right. I do it all the time. I've had several people start with my channel on YouTube, come to thesimpledriver.com, bookmark it, and I don't hear from them the first time that they did it. But then they'll come back 2 months from now and say, I've been watching your content for 2 months and I'm getting in contact with you because I actually want to buy your course. Or I'm getting in contact with you because I want to pay for your coaching. Or I'm getting in contact with you because some people will come to the site and say, I'm actually contacting you because I signed up with Uber a day ago, but I didn't know that you exist, but I saw your content and I would like to use your referral code. And then they do because you can retro back and go and use a referral. I've made thousands of dollars from people just going back and using my, referral code after they were already signed up. That's insane. All right. Next thing I want to talk to you about is your business cards don't work 24 hours, 7 days a week, right? They just don't. People put them away. They don't see them for years or weeks or whatever the case may be. But your website will work for you 24 hours, 7 days a week. Thousands of people will visit it 24/7, unlike your business card. All right. The next thing is, we just talked about this. Business cards aren't shared, physical ones aren't shared on social media platforms. Digital cards are shared on social media platforms and websites are shared on social media platforms. You can post it literally and people will like it, save it, share it. There's literally share buttons and links on social media and also on your website. People will share that stuff, which means that it can, first of all, can allow it to go viral, or it can allow it to, instead of being seen by one physical person that you give it to, it can be seen by 100 people in like this. It's nothing. One post on social media, okay? Last thing up under section 3 is the World Wide Web is not local, okay? Although you can, target, cookies and Facebook pixels and stuff like that, it's not local. So understand this. Again, if I was to pass my card to you, if you were here in Atlanta and I was to give you my business card and you were here in Atlanta, you live in Atlanta, you're local. Okay, unless you came out of town and you're going to go back to Jersey or wherever the case may be. But you understand what I'm saying. You're giving out your card physically to only local people. Your website is worldwide. It's nationwide. People can visit it and get the information they need on a worldwide level. You don't have to just worry about trying to reach local people. It's insane the amount of effectiveness that it has. Okay. Number 4 is very short. Number 4 is analytics, okay? When you give your card out to someone physical, again, you don't know what they did or what they're going to do with the card. You don't know if they lost it. You don't know if it was trash. You don't know if they washed it and destroyed it. You know nothing. But with your website, there is something called analytics. Analytics will actually show you in-depth information. It will tell you, especially Google Analytics when you have a website. Hear me on this. This is important. Google Analytics will show you where someone visited your website from, what browser they visited from, what cell phone they used when they visited your website, how long they was on the website, what pages they clicked through when they were on your website. I mean, it is insane the amount, what country they came from. I can't even tell you how much information analytics, gathers from people who visit your site, which is insanely good for you because it tells you what type of content you should be creating. If I wanted to do a pop-up shop for doing something, a seminar, or if I wanted to hold a conference for rideshare or something like that, I literally know that I could go to New York, Texas, I can go to Jersey, obviously I could go here, Georgia, Atlanta, whatever, but I can specify which cities in California I need to be in, because out of all the cities, I know that I'm big in LA. I can literally go in my Google Analytics and look at that and see that I have people coming from Los Angeles in California. Here in Georgia, it's Atlanta. It's insane how much information that you can track. You can't do that with a physical static business card. You can only do it with websites and digital cards, okay? Number 5, again, wrapping this thing up here. Number 5 is it is against Uber's terms of service to actually put your referral code on your business card. I'm going to say that again. Any of you who have an Uber business card and you have a referral code on it, I'm telling you that is against Uber's TOS or their terms of service. But it is not against their terms of service to have your referral code on your website. And for those of you who haven't watched the information on the video and you think that having an Uber website with the referral code on is breaking terms of service, I'm going to put a card up here so you can go watch that video so you can understand that you're wrong. All right. So the conclusion here is this, and I actually wrote it out because I didn't want to jumble it up. The conclusion is this: we live in a world of technology. Okay. You are partnered with one of the largest technology companies in the world. So why in the world would you not be part of the technology, the algorithms that are out there, the digital presence that you need to have to, I'm talking about, explode your income? And this, again, we're not just talking about, Uber income. We're talking about income period. So if you're using a physical business card, get rid of it, trade in for a digital business card and a website. So wrapping this up, if you don't know how to make an Uber website or a website period for any business, there's a link in the description that will show you how to do that. And the next thing I told you I was going to do, which is bonus, is showing you, telling you how I use my actual digital business card. When someone asks me for a business card, what I do immediately is I ask them, what are your social media handles, or would you like for me to text it to you? Why am I doing that? Because in order for me to text my digital card to them, they have to give me their phone number. Okay. In order for them to receive my digital business card, they have to give me a social media handle in order for me to send it to them. I'm making more of an engagement. I'm making them commit to getting my information, committing by giving me their information. Okay. So understand this. That is going to help you make more money. I hope you guys understood this. I hope this was a good video for you. Make sure you leave some comments down below. Tell me how you're going to use this information to get out there and get some more bread. My name is Calvin. I'm the Simple Driver. Peace.